Eleanor Musangi, karibu sana.
Asante.
Wewe ni mzungu?
Mimi ni Mkenya.
Yes.
Natoka upande wa Ukambani. Na mimi ni wa Yesu.
Wapi ndata?
Natinda Nesa.
We Nesa?
Ni Nesa. Ni Museo.
We Museo? Wow. Kwa hivyo Eleanor Musangi, maybe for those ones who don't know me, maybe ni nani? Elena ni nani?
Elena is a born-again Christian. I have an active personal relationship with God.
Wow.
I'm an entrepreneur, current Miss Global Kenya 2021, and I'm a single mother to a 6-year-old beautiful girl. Yeah.
As we go to straight to, ulisomea wapi? Ulizaliwa wapi?
I was born in Isiolo.
Isiolo.
Though, part of my growing up was in Mwingi, where actually most of my primary and high school was around Mwingi and Thika. But for high school, I went back to Mwingi.
Mwingi.
Yeah. Maliku Girls Secondary School. Maliku Girls Secondary School.
Ukaenda Maliku High School? Alafu?
When nilitoka shule, that's where in between I got pregnant, but God helped me, life advanced. Nikakuja into entrepreneurship. I've ventured in fashion, beauty, and agriculture. Yeah, so as I continued to make money, I also continued to pursue my interest in modeling.
Unajua kuna mtu anauliza swali. Hii urembo hii kuna agriculture.
Yeah.
You do agriculture online, on Twitter, ama ya kiroho?
No, nafanya ya kulima.
Ya matope hiyo ya udongo.
Yeah.
Wewe, mtazamaji. Wewe uko hapo una slay, unasema mimi sijui shambani, mashambo, sijui nini. Look at the real beauty and the real person who knows what she wants in life. Anafanya ukulima. Unapanda
nilikuwa napanda matunda and vegetables. I actually had a farm. It was my dad's farm. It was called Bisanbiliko Farm. That's where I learned the art of farming. I developed the interest because mamangu when tukishu shago alikuwa mfungaji wa kuku sana na kulima. Na ni wale watu wamebarikiwa na mkono mzuri. Kwa hivyo kwa upande wa ukulima, mimi nilipenda. I used to love that growing up. So when God gave me an opportunity to venture into entrepreneurship and I got some money, I was able to make some good money from that.
Wow.
Yeah.
So ukulima. So masomo ilishia high school ama iliendelea kidogo?
Masomo partly cause venye nilipata mtoto nilihave kusimamisha masomo, to which I resumed my studies back in 2020, pursuing bachelor in communication at Park University.
Wow. And the reason why we are talking about this thing ama kwa nini tunazungumzia hii jambo ni kwa sababu kuna wadada wengi sana kule nyumbani ama kule maybe penye wako, they have gone through ama they are going through the same problem.
Yeah.
So that's why tuko hapa kuatia moyo na so that you may talk to them, ukawapatie direction. Kuna mwenye anatazama na maybe ako katika hiyo, hatusemi kwamba watu waingie, wenye wako.
Yeah.
Wenye wako. Kuna mwenye sasa juu ya COVID unajua, maybe amepitia the same challenge.
Yeah.
What will be your word for them?
To be very honest, when especially because I did well in school. I was very hopeful that I would pursue my dreams and my career in journalism because I wanted to be a journalist. But then again, when I got pregnant and now I started facing these challenges and I was not ready for them. First thing I felt like, nimemaliza maisha yangu. I am done. But then again, what made me have hope in life was my relationship with God. And that's why first things first. I always tell someone, if you don't have a relationship with God, to be very sincere, you're not living. Because life will push you to a point. It's only the person that created you that can define you best. So if you don't know who your creator is, and if you don't have an active relationship with him, it will be very difficult to be able to go through life. Because Mimi, the hope that God gave me is what has enabled me and pushed me to be able to where I am today. Because, especially in such a point, your friends wanaona umeharibu maisha yako, your community pia inaona wewe una mipango, hauna mwelekeo, you pia wewe unaanza pia kuwasikiza. So the only person that can talk sense in your life is God. God comforts you through his word that it's not over yet. You still have another chance. You still have another opportunity. I can still make it better for you. So first step is realign your relationship with God. First step above everything. Realign your relationship with God.
Unaweza kwa Yesu, you can do your fashion, you can do your thing and still ukae smart.
Yeah.
So when did you discover kwamba unaweza anza I mean you can do this modeling?
Modeling, I grew up admiring beauty and fashion, primarily from my mom. My mom is a very smart lady in how she presents herself, in how she dresses. Actually, to a point, my mom, well, they call them designers, but ni fundi, you know, akona hiyo gift. So I used to like venye alikuwa anatuonyesha tunguo tunakaa vizuri, and of course, being a girl, my dad would buy us toys. So that's why I developed an interest in fashion. And then now, venye niliendelea kukua kimaisha, I realized, oh, this is something that people are doing. I was exposed to people like Naomi Campbell, Tyra Banks, and then I saw, wow, this is something you can actually do in a bigger platform. One, to make you an income, because money is good, yeah? It's good to have a good financial setup. So this is something I can pursue, something that I love while still making money. But now as the vision became bigger, I realized it's not just about making money. I can also make an impact to the community. Yeah.
So challenges zipi ambazo ulikuwa unapitia maybe before sasa ujue, before unajua hiyo period ya kuwa na mtoi at that 22 years old, unajua 22 years hata ujui ndaka nini unataka maisha. Hapo challenges zipi ambazo maybe ulipitia at that period? Did your mother maybe alikukemea, daddy alikuambia wewe nikukupata hapa utaona cha mtema kuni?
Mostly ilikuwa my mom.
Nataka kujua mom.
Ilikuwa my mom. Especially being, okay, also part of my background, I was a Sunday school teacher and a youth pastor. So now you can imagine hiyo perception ya kanisa. Then my mom ako kwa worship team, then nasikia msichana wake sasa kuna ball. She wanted to kill me. To be honest, if I didn't die that day, I don't think I'm dying anytime soon.
Utakufa ukiwa na 105.
Yes.
105 years. Kwa hivyo mama yeye ndiye alikuwa kama yeye. Angekuwa na kitu tu fulani.
Angeweza, angenimaliza hiyo.
Sasa hata ungekuwa hapa.
Tungekuwa.
What about the handsome father?
My dad.
The great man.
Oh, my dad was very supportive. My dad has always been very supportive. First of all, primarily, I have very good leadership skills. Being the firstborn in the family, and I'm very responsible. My dad saw that. He also encouraged me to pursue modeling. He's actually part of the reason why I got to know these people, because my dad is very exposed. So he'd tell me, oh, there's this model in the world, she's doing this, you should read about her, you know, you can give this a try. So my dad was always very supportive. So part of the challenges that I actually came to face in the industry, one, being naive, you don't do your research, ushamba. Because our watu, especially most agents and agencies will take advantage of you because hauna exposure. Ujui. So ukiambua tu kila kitu unakubali, hata uambue toa nguo kwe uchi tukupige picha utakubali. And then because they try to tell you this is the notion of how it goes, you don't know. Second, you come to the platform and you don't have a vision, like what is the long run. You know, most people wanafurahishwa na modeling juu maybe unaona watu wanavaa vizuri, pengine watalipwa pesa, but there has to be, you need a consistent plan, like what do I want out of this? What do I want out of this? Not ufunzwe tu kuvaa viatu tembea ama kupiga picha. What more do you want out of this? Because one day hizo miaka zitaisha, but you still need to keep going, right? So when you come to this industry without a vision and a plan, that's where people get lost. Yeah.
Wow. Now, okay, according to my understanding, I always believe, ama venye najua, ni kwamba hii industry haitakanange mtu mwenye ako na mtoto. Did you face that challenge?
I did. And especially when I gave birth, because before I gave birth, I was qualified. You know, modeling is a very wide field. And part of modeling is beauty pageants. Beauty pageants especially.
Kuna beauty?
Kuna beauty, kuna fashion, kuna glamour, kuna swimwear, lingerie, as in it's ni broad. Kuna even hand, like body modeling, where you just see someone's hand ndio inaonyesha. That's
kama hii yangu sinaona
inakaa mkono tu ama mguu ama
yangu inaweza
masikio. Neema itatosha.
So umezitaja kwa wale ambao wanataka maybe kufanya kazi kama hii, mjue kwamba there are very many there are very many types of this industry. So why did you choose
beauty pageants? I chose beauty pageants because they have a wider platform in expressing something greater. You see, most of these you are either working for someone in terms of showing off somebody's work. But as a beauty pageant, you get to show your own work because you get a platform where you can highlight something that is a cause that means something to you in the community, or a cause that might change people's lives positively in the community. So it's more wider, it's more broad. And that's why there are so many restrictions there. Yeah.
I understand you have your own project. Yes. Is it Save a Child?
Gift a Child.
Gift a Child. What is all about Gift a Child?
Gift a Child is a project that I started out of a personal experience as a struggling mom back those days. Because when I was struggling with my kid, there are days what I wanted the most was food for me and also for my child. So when God gave me the grace over the years to be able to earn something, I would give out of my own pocket to be able to support vulnerable children and even empower single mothers with low incomes. So that's where Gift a Child came from. And now that I'm going for Miss Global, I feel it will give me a bigger platform to be able to highlight this cause, and people can come on board and support me as we feed these people.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, that's so nice.
Thank
so who
you.
funds this program? Who funds the program?
I have a national director. Partly we rely on corporate sponsorships or even personal sponsorships, but everyone that can come on board, whatever way, whether you're giving towards Miss Global or you're giving towards Gift a Child, in terms of maybe foodstuffs that we are able to give those people, anything that we are able to give those people, basically not just food. Everyone is welcome on board.
You mentioned about your father is very supportive, eh?
Yeah.
Hata jina lenyewe unajua, kwa mtazamaji ambaye unatazama, Elena alikuwa first lady wa US.
Yeah.
Does he still support you up to date?
Yes, my father is very supportive. First of all, my father is also born again. At one point in his life, he was also a pastor. You know, once, let me tell you, one of my Sunday school teachers told me, ukiishi ndani ya Mungu, hawezi zeeka. As in, the beauty keeps glowing because God has a way of renewing. Because pia Mungu anapenda vitu zake. You know, watu wanafikirianga Mungu anapenda vitu zake. Mungu anajali vitu zake. So,
director should listen to this.
So, ukikaa ndani ya Mungu, Mungu anakuunda na kutengeneza na kufinyanga, you know, unapendeza. Because hata yeye anataka kusema huyu ni wangu. Si zile, you know, people think like salvation is so boring.
Imagine.
Mungu anataka sisi wote tukue pastor, tukue tunaimba usiku na mchana. No, God wants you to be, you know, have a relationship with him as a wife, as a friend, as a every field. Mungu anataka tuenjoy vitu zenye ametupea. Juu sisi wote hatuwezi kuwa pastor, but yet lazima tumtukuze juu tunampenda na anatujali. Yeah, so
ukienda Indonesia, maybe did you ever have a dream to go to to go over the world?
Yes, I had. First of all, I love traveling. I think, unajua kuna vitu tu zinalewanga ndani yako. Musangi in Kamba inamaanisha mtu anapenda kutangatanga. So, I think mtu wa kutembea
Mutangi.
Mtu wa kutembea Musangi ni mtu si wa kukaa mahali pamoja. So I think I have that adventure and that spirit of traveling. So mimi, even when I was growing up, partly like, let me just take you a little bit back on what you asked about my dad. My dad's relationship with God positively influenced the kind of children we grew up to become.
Wow.
Yeah, because my dad, the kind of upbringing alituleta na Yesu is what made me love God. And out of me loving God is what God has developed the person that I am. So also for parents, it's very important, usiokoke na watoto wako hautaki kuwafanya wajue huyu Mungu. You know, don't just be a parent out there. You can speak the word of God to other people, but to your children, you are not modeling it. Because when my dad would tell me God is love, I would see him. You know, kuna vitu unakosea tu mzazi unasikia anafaa tu to rebuke you on it. But the way he was correcting us with love. He modeled actually the characters of what Jesus is in our lives. So hata mimi nikataka kujua huyu Mungu dadi anaambianga watu ni Mungu wa aina gani. Nika develop na hiyo interest, and you see it worked for my good. He pushed me to be going to Sunday school, which nilikuwa nakatanga nikiamka, but now when I look back, all the investments that he made in my life in terms of getting to know Christ, they were for my own good. They built actually a very solid foundation in my life.
Wow.
Yeah.
Uliokoka lini?
Mimi unajua kulile tukiendanga. I started when I was in primary. I renewed my life wholly to God back in 2016. Yeah.
Alafu hapa katikati ukakuja hivi mpaka huku sasa.
Mpaka mali tumefika sasa.
So maybe tukiendelea na about your career, maybe you are traveling out of the country. Maybe how many countries have you traveled?
So far, if I count, 15. Yeah.
Si ndio ninasema.
Alafu the beauty about traveling, actually, the beauty about traveling, if you can, not just outside the country, inakupeanga exposure. Yes. You know, wanasemanga ujui mamako peke yake ndiye anajua kupika until uende mahali pengine upike realize, kumbe si mama yangu peke yake anajua kupika.
Kumbe
Traveling inakupea exposure, inakupea creativity, you are able to do like, you know, certain things in a much better way. Usikae tu, like mimi, I usually feel sad. Unaona, especially back in our villages, the same shops we used to go to, right now you go and they are still the same shops. These people wenye Mungu aliwasaidia wakatoka in that situation and they went out, why are they not coming back to bring a better influence to those, you know, the place they grew up? At least enda uone vitu vizuri huko nje, letea watu wa kwenyu, tulete hata sisi tuweze kuona what you saw there through your experience.
Wow.
Yeah.
Unaenda sasa internationally.
Yeah.
And you want this, are you sure you want to get this thing?
I know I will get this thing. I know.
Now, ukienda huko sasa, maybe what are some of the challenges you think you're going to expect? Unajua kuna watu kutoka Brazil, hawajui Kiingereza, kuna wengine kutoka sijui wapi. Are you really prepared for those challenges?
I think because God has taught me to be very humble, and you know, He has exposed me to different people. I'm able to relate well, easily with people. So maybe in terms of maybe language barrier kidogo, and also, you know, kuna tu watu wakona turotu tuchafu tudogo, maybe a bit of racism, but God has strengthened my heart. I am not a person who really relies much on people's opinion, and probably something else in terms of food, but I'm open to trying something new. I'm open to trying something new. Yeah. Kwa sababu nimebeba Mungu, Mungu atashukisha neema. Kitakulika.
Okay, kuna mwenye anauliza swali hapa. How do you maintain this beauty?
To be very honest, one thing, I pray for my body. Because mimi, I pray for my body. And of course, by praying, God gives you wisdom now. In terms of what I eat, in terms of fitness, in terms of maybe what I drink. So when you care for something, you look for ways to protect that thing. So for me, it's important I check what I eat. I don't just eat anything anyhow. I cannot eat junk food, but I'm very conscious of the food that I eat and also what I drink. Like for example, me in a day, I take at least minimally 2 liters of water per day. Okay, Mimi, especially when you're a close friend of mine or family, one thing, there's not a part of my life I don't include God in, including how I look. Because someone will tell you, endo kunywe juice, endo kunywe, and it will not work for you. But when you take it to God, you tell me, God, give me grace. You gave me this body. I want to nurture this body and I want to love this body. First of all, God will start by building your self-esteem. And then He'll direct you. Like, kuna watu nikiwambia, honestly, eat vegetables. Maybe they will not be able to eat raw or even cooked vegetables. But when God gives you grace, I always call upon grace. That's what, I think you've heard me use that word a lot of times. Yeah. There's nothing that grace cannot do. There's nothing. And when I mean there's nothing, mimi sikuanga mtu wa kunywa maji, mimi singekuwa mtu wa kukula maybe like healthy food, especially healthy food. Yeah, hata ipikwe nini singekuwa. But when I came to realize what is the long-term benefit of me being healthy, I asked for grace. God, I need grace. One day I want to see my daughter graduate. One day I want, you know, when I get a man to be able to live longer with him. Yes, nikipata mtu wangu nataka tuishi maisha mazuri. So I have to look after that. I cannot just afford to eat carelessly or anyhowly. Yeah.
Please. Wewe ukipata mtu, do you have that dream, eh?
Yeah, I have that dream.
Akwe anakaa namna gani? Mr. Right.
Right now I'm not so
Asi sahi, yani ya future after
even if he comes, because I believe he will come, it has to be someone, first of all, who is willing to worship God with me. So if a man comes to my life and he doesn't understand that, to be very honest, because first of all, someone who respects that I take God seriously in their life, wameka nafasi ya Mungu. So in a way, tukiwa in a conflict that I cannot talk to him, I can go and talk to God and I tell him to talk to that man on my behalf.
Hey, do you have people that you mentor?
Yes, I do mentor people spiritually and also in terms of life.
Wow.
Yeah.
Kwa hivyo tuko na game hapa, tuko na nambari. They are called divine, they are divine numbers.
Okay.
Ukiziangalia hapo, maybe unaziona.
Yeah.
There is one is one God, eh? 3, Trinity.
Yeah.
5 is the number of grace.
Yes.
7 is the number of perfection.
Yes.
Pick 2 numbers. Umechukua gani?
7 and 5.
7 and 5. Wow. 7 is sports. 5 ni biblical question.
Okay. So.
Twende kazi. Tuanze na sports. Who won the English Premier League in the last season? Wewe ndio ulichagua. Mimi nilisema tu uchague namba. Hizo ni za Yesu.
Niweza rudisha nichague zingine. Okay.
Kwa hivyo nichague ingine.
Tunaweza rudisha tuchague ingine.
Your future is bright.
Let me take one. Can I take one?
Okay. Take. Good. Hata imeendana to technology.
Okay,
so I ask you about one, so tuko na Bible na ya technology. Tuko na where was TikTok discovered? TikTok.
Mimi peke yangu ndo sijui kutumia TikTok.
Haiulizi kutumia.
Where it was discovered?
Okay, in Asia. Guess a country.
Probably in the US, California, I don't know.
No, Asia.
It was in Asia?
Yes.
I don't know.
Any country.
China?
Iko karibu na good. Pigieni makofi. Nimepata.
Okay.
China.
Nice.
So it was discovered in China by somebody ambaye anaitwa Zhang Yiming. Zhang Yiming is 38 years old. Aya, sasa tuko na the last question tuko technology. Who is the most followed person on Instagram?
Kylie Jenner.
Karibu unajikaza. Kuja. Iko tu hapo mahali penye hiyo place upendi, is a sports personality.
Neymar.
Umejikaza lakini naona unaibiwa mwa Kenya. Kuna mtu ako na bidii. Huyo mtu anakupenda. Kuna mtu ambaye anakupenda kabisa.
It's Neymar.
Umejikaza. Karibu nafikia. You have 3 seconds to guess.
Cristiano Ronaldo?
Yay!
Okay. Interesting.
With 289 million followers. Then now we come to Bible. Sasa hizi zote zimebaki juu ni zako tu. Lakini wacha tuanze na kitabu. You tell me in Swahili. Sawa. So wewe ni wa kwetu hapa.
Aki usinifanye hivi please. Usinifanye hivi.
Wacha nikuulize basi. Genesis.
Mwanzo.
Unaona umeshapata. Pigeni makofi watazamaji. Haya, tuko na mwingine Chronicles. Si wa kroniki.
Wagoroki. Okay.
Leviticus kwa Kiswahili.
Walevi. Okay. Sijui.
Ingine ya mwisho.
Last one.
Okay, ya mwisho ni Ecclesiastes.
Nimesarenda.
Guess kitu kama hiyo ya walevi tu unaweza. The only tuko na mtu ambaye anaitwa Moses. Si unajua Moses? Hiyo ni rais unajua. Moses alikuwa na brother yake mdogo. No, mkubwa, sorry. Alikuwa anaitwa nani?
Aaron.
Congratulations. Makofi iko wapi? Good. Sorry. Hiyo swali ambayo nilikuwa nimekuuliza ya Ecclesiastes ni mhubiri. Alafu Leviticus si walevi, bali ni Walawi. Mambo ya Walawi.
Inakaribiana.
So thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
Maybe where can people find you on social media?
You can find me on Instagram at Mikabela or Eleanor Musangi. You can find me on Facebook as well, Eleanor Musangi, ELEANOR, then Musangi. Also on Twitter, Eleanor Musangi.
Na kwa hivyo asante sana.
Sorry, I'd also left out Miss Global Kenya. You can also search me on Miss Global Kenya.
Miss Global Kenya.
Yeah.
Wow. Maybe your last words, kama kuna kitu umesahau ni nini?
If there's... Okay, two.
Please.
One, if there's any better decision you'll ever make in this life, make a decision to have Jesus Christ in your life.
Amen.
That's the best decision ever. Second, always believe in the beauty of your dreams, because dreams do come true. Yeah.
Wow. Believe in the beauty of your dreams. That is the most powerful thing that I've had. Believe in the beauty of your dreams.